And I'm Catherine Barron. Here's what we'll be talking about this week. Hurricane Joaquin leaves the Bahamas in devastation in the parts of the East Coast with severe flooding.
And later, we'll hear all about this year's St. Francis College Alumni Dinner.
But first, this week during the presidential race for 2016, Donald Trump is still leading in the polls, but the gap between him and fellow competitors Ben Carson and Carly Fiorina are closing the gap. Although Ben Carson is gaining more popularity, he has made several blemishes with the media this week by comparing America to Nazi Germany. On the other hand, on the Democratic side of the race, Hillary Clinton is ahead in most states, while Bernie Sanders tries harder to gain more momentum as he still holds on to New Hampshire. And even though Joe Biden has not officially declared that he is running for the presidency, his numbers keep going up, taking away from what most thought would be a Clinton victory once again. Not to mention the upcoming Democratic debate is coming up in just 5 days.
Hurricane Joaquin roared across the Bahamas, leaving the Paradise Island in ruins. Winds reached over 100 miles per hour, while the torrential rainfall and high tides left hundreds of homes damaged. President Barack Obama sent U.S. Coast Guards down with supplies to help in all ways possible. As for the United States, the East Coast was not hit directly by the hurricane, but the Carolinas greatly suffered from wind and rain damage. President Obama declared a state of emergency in South Carolina and ordered federal aid to supplement state and local response efforts in the areas affected by Joaquin. Currently, 19 deaths have been recorded in South Carolina. We have yet to hear if those numbers have increased.
Now, on to some lighter news. This week at St. Francis on Wednesday, the annual President's Dinner was held for the alumni of St. Francis that give back and help support our current students here at SFC. The night took place at the Liberty Warehouse in Red Hook. The night was an enjoyable one and offers a special opportunity for students to thank these alumni personally. It is also an entertaining experience for the students to see what the alumni have done with their lives and what awaits the students in the future.
Sam Ismail, creator, executive producer, and writer for the psychological thriller series Mr. Robot, is visiting St. Francis College Thursday, October 15th. Mr. Robot tells the story of an introverted and disillusioned computer technician who joins a band of anonymous-style hacktivists set on bringing down corporate America. Ismail will share his favorite clips from the season 1 for an intimate look at USA Network's serious hit. Students and faculty can get in for free with proper ID.
Here's Matt Conklin with sports.
Thank you, ladies. Tough game for the men's soccer team against NJIT on October 3rd. Terriers were down 3-0 going into halftime when goals from Federico Curbelo and John Makaya in the 63rd and 68th minutes brought them to within just one. But the comeback fell just short as St. Francis suffers their first loss of the season by a score of 3-2. Terriers look to bounce back with a win against Bryant University at home on October 7th. And on the pro circuit, Jets have a bye this week as the Giants take on the 49ers at home on October 11th. And as for your New York Yankees, the entire season came down to just one game. Yanks played host to the Houston Astros in the American League wildcard game and just had nothing going against pitcher Dallas Keuchel and the Houston bullpen and just could not score any runs. Yankees are officially eliminated from the playoffs with the loss. Your final score, 3-0. Mets open up the first round of their playoffs in Los Angeles on the 9th against the Dodgers. Back to you.
Thanks, Matt. I must say that Yankee game was devastating to watch. And now here's Casey Diaz with entertainment.
Who else but the Kardashians have been at the forefront of the entertainment news? With their cover on the Cosmopolitan magazine, they captioned the 5 Kardashian ladies cover with the American's first family, obviously stirring up some controversy amongst the American people and started debates as to whether Cosmopolitan really thinks that the Kardashians are above the Obamas, or was it just for good advertising. On the music front, Adele just announced the release of her album next month, which is big news because she has not had an album since 2011 and her fans have been begging for more.
Thanks, Casey. That's all for this week on Terrier News. I'm Catherine Barron.
And I'm Julia Gimona. See you all next time.